Okay, this one's going to be a little disturbing, okay? But it's kind of funny.
Okay.
Would you rather get sick, meaning throw up, on your favorite celebrity, or have your favorite celebrity throw up on you?
Oh, throw up on me. That is so much less mortifying.
Welcome to CelinaRadio.com. I'm your host, Ron Lyons, and this is the voice of Celina, Texas. Hey guys, how's it going? For me, it's going super well. And it's not going super well because I just won the lottery or did something like that. Unfortunately, it's going well for me because I love Celina, Texas. I love working here. And a lot of you know me as like the podcaster, and I am. But I'm a podcaster because I love and believe in this city. My actual normal job is real estate. And I do an awful lot of that. And we're right now into that crazy busy time of year. And it's just awesome out there right now. There's so many investment opportunities in Celina. And that's kind of what I specialize in, is helping people invest in properties for either business purposes, commercial purposes, whatever, things like that. I will absolutely list a home for sale, a regular home. I'll help you buy a home. I do land deals. I do all that stuff. And right now, being springtime in Celina, Texas, everything is going crazy and it's awesome. So it's so good after all the political nonsense to get back into my normal life and normal routines. But we'll talk about real estate stuff later. Today, I've got an amazing person on the show, somebody that helps make Celina so fantastic. And if you don't know her yet, you need to get to know her. She's got a fantastic shop on the square called Honeysuckle Rose, and her name is Lauren Bell. She's a very young entrepreneur. She is hilarious. She's smart. She's very decisive. And we go through in this interview talking about her past, where she came from, why she started the store, how she started the store, where she's headed. And then we had a little fun, and I rapid fired some questions at her, and she handled those things so well. It's shocking how decisive she is. And I think you're going to enjoy this interview. There's a lot going on the square, and Honeysuckle Rose is one of those things that we love having there. Lauren Bell is a lot of fun, and I think it's one of the things that tends to make Celina so awesome. So guys, sit back, relax, and let's talk to Lauren Bell from Honeysuckle Rose. Guys, I am here right now with somebody who just raised her eyebrows at me because I've got a totally different voice when I do this podcast than what I do when I'm normally talking. And they're laughing at me right now. So it is none other than Lauren Bell. And you would know her if you've ever gone into her little store on the square. And we're going to get all into that. You're going to love it. It's called Honeysuckle Rose. And we're gonna find out all about that. We're gonna learn all about Lauren. We're gonna find out why she came to Celina, why she loves it, and then we're gonna have a little fun. So Lauren, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so pumped to be here.
Very, very good. So I've been in your store, and I have to say that, being a guy, going into kind of the boutique type stores is not necessarily like my favorite thing to do, but I always love going in your store because it's so eclectic and interesting. So
thank you.
Just now, and we'll get into some of your story because if I remember right, you actually started that store when you were pretty young, and it's not like you're older now. You're not old now, but you started it like maybe even like high school age or something like that. So we're going to talk about all that, but tell me a little bit about the store. Tell me what is it like when a person comes into Honeysuckle Rose? What are they going to see?
They're going to see a lot of color. They're going to see a lot of sequins, a lot of color, a lot of vibrant, everything. Like, it's very bright in there. which was kind of my goal, but you're also going to see some pretty preppy styles. You're going to see a little bit of Western. You're going to see some pretty cool jewelry. You're going to see a little bit of everything.
So
it's always changing.
It is very, very colorful.
Yes, it is.
And for everybody that might not already know this is your second store.
Yes.
So you have another one in Van Alstyne. It's actively open right now, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, now then we need to get into some of the little really interesting details about this. How old were you when you started your first store?
I opened my first store when I was 19.
19. Teen on the end of that. 19 years old. How in the world did that happen? What inspired you to decide, you know what? I think I'm going to start a store and then eventually open one in Celina, Texas. How did that happen?
Well, it's actually pretty interesting. I was a sophomore at TCU at the time, and I was a criminal justice major. I was planning to go pre-law. That was kind of the track I'd always planned for myself. I transferred to TCU from OU my sophomore year, and my advisor was like, you need a job, something to put on a resume. And I kind of told my mom one night, I was like, wouldn't that be kind of fun? And here we are.
So it all came out of the fact that you were trying to become an attorney. Is that essentially the direction you were going to go, something like that? And the spinoff of that is now you can go into Honeysuckle Rose on the square in Celina, Texas, and you can even have a hat branded and done all this crazy stuff too.
Yeah.
Who would ever believe that this person would start on this path and end up way over here? I mean, what a great story. And I do know, so you've got the hat bar in there, the thing I'm kind of talking about. And tell me about that. So when a person comes into your place and they go to the hat bar deal, what's that all about?
So we've been selling, we sell Charlie One hats and Stetson hats at this time. And people were always kind of like, oh man, I really like this hat, but I know the so-and-so that has this and so-and-so that has this. And I was like, I've seen people like in Fort Worth, in Nashville, they're in Vail, they're all doing these custom hats. Why can we not do that in Celina? Like, let's do it. So my mom actually showed up to one of our sip-in shops with branding irons and a blowtorch, and she was like, hey, Morgan works in our Celina store too. She was like, hey, can y'all figure this out? Like, I've got some people that want to come make a hat in an hour. And I was like, sure. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So you got recruited into doing the custom hat thing.
Yeah. And
kind of by accident.
Yeah. And it took off. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, what are these hats? What are these hats? I want to do it. And actually Oktoberfest in Celina this past year, I was the only one working the hat bar that day. I did not look up for 8 hours. I was making hats back there, just cranking them out, having the best time. Everybody was having a good time because it was kind of a different experience.
Not something that
no one knew we were doing it either. Yeah. Right.
And so you come in and I've never even really, I've seen similar things, but I certainly never saw anyone actually do it. And I guess you said it was Morgan. Is that correct? Is that her name? That I see her at that hat bar quite often, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I got to watch her do her magic on a hat one day, and I was like, wow, that's impressive. I mean, there's a lot of burning and all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
We have put some wild things on a hat before.
Yeah. Do I want to ask?
On some, yeah.
I can only imagine what some people might want, but that's been a big feature of your store. And for people who've not been to your store, you're located literally on the square.
Yep.
And what's that building called that you're in over there?
The Huddleston building.
The Huddleston building, and you're on the bottom floor there, kind of on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And how has it been being right there on the square?
It is so cool. I've never, we do have our other store, but I've never been on a square quite like this. It was a completely new experience whenever we opened almost a year ago. We've been open almost a year now.
Wow.
It is the coolest thing ever. I have met so many awesome people, and it's people that you never think would walk in this store. And
yeah, like guys like me that are kind of out of.
You're like, hey, you want to be on a podcast? I'm like, why not? Let's do it.
Well, hey, you kind of got something awesome going on here, and people need to hear about this because it's part of now the tapestry of what is downtown Celina.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a part of the square. There's not that many people that can say, hey, my shop's on the square.
And it is a privilege. I will say that. It is one of the, I know I've said it's one of the coolest things ever, but really I'm only 23. Like, I'm not, I was a little like, kind of like, what the heck am I getting into? Like,
Right.
This is insane. But it's been an awesome experience. I would not trade it. It is amazing.
So I happen to know, because I've talked to you a little bit, I know you're a believer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to ask you this. Would you say that your journey is a God thing?
Yeah, absolutely. From when I started when I was 19, like, to carry the brands that I'm carrying, like I carry Double D Ranch, which is a Western brand, and Consuela, which is the bag line that we carry that's pretty well known. You had to have a brick and mortar for that. And at the time I was 19, I was still in college. And one just happened to come available in Van Alstyne. And that's when I moved in there. And then a year, was it a year? It was 2020, I think. Me and my mom, we just came down to Toasted Walnut, go to lunch, and we were like, what is that building over there? Like, it has a for lease sign. Let's call and see what the deal is. Here I am. Like,
so you came,
and I wasn't looking. It just kind of happened.
You came to Celina to go to Toasted Walnut.
Yeah.
And ended up opening a store here, opening a business here.
I called Connor that afternoon. I was like, hey, what's the deal with this building? Like,
That's
you got any plans?
Right. And so I want to ask you just a couple of, like, very interesting from an outsider and specifically from like a guy's perspective. I typically get to see, like, when it's time to pay at the register.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first experience of like what some of those things might cost.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you from an outsider's perspective, from a male perspective, what's one of the most expensive things that I could go in your store and buy?
Ooh. I'm going to go with jewelry. So all of our jewelry in our cases are all, it's all Navajo jewelry. So it's all semi-precious stones, turquoise, sterling silver, all that kind of stuff. So we've got some vintage, antique, one-of-a-kind squashes in there for probably $4,400.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's serious.
I'm not saying we've got tons of that, but
but
there's one or two things in there.
That is super, super awesome. I like that. I would have never guessed that. So I'm thinking like maybe one of the hats or a pair of boots or something like that would be, kind of the most expensive thing. But jewelry that you have that's obviously probably handmade and just very unique.
Yeah.
And not something that you can just go buy anywhere.
Exactly.
So give me an idea. What is the trend right now with boots? So I know for a while I've seen them go like the really, really high boots. I've seen the really, really pointy boots. I've seen all these different styles. What's the trend right now?
So the cool thing about boots is, one, they never go out of style, and they're always in style in Texas. It does not matter. But I'm seeing a trend globally. Like, it's in New York, it's in California, it's across the globe. Cowboy boots are the thing. And I'm very fortunate that we carry all different styles. We carry tall, short, wide calf, regular calf, over the knee, red, pink, white, every material.
Right.
Like, we have a pretty wide selection of boots, but I'm seeing a huge trend in tall boots right now. Round toe is kind of coming back, that kind of retro thing. That's coming around, that I'm pretty excited about because I love a round toe.
Yeah.
That one's, and I'm seeing some metallics. Metallics are kind of in the cowboy boot world, and of course a good old white cowboy boot. Of course.
So I have to ask you this. As we were coming over here, I was talking to my wife on the phone, and she said, "Be sure and tell Lauren that I don't know if she said I want my boots or I want those boots or whatever it was. What is it that my wife has selected in your store that she needs? What is that?
They are actually a white Myra, which a Myra is a style of old gringo boot. It's a taller boot, snip toe, white, distressed. We're one of the very few people that have it right now.
Right.
It's one that I had kind of worked with my rep to kind of say, hey, what combination can we put on this boot to make it kind of unique to us? And that's one that we did with this one, and we got it back in October. It was like, what? It was the wildest thing I've ever seen. I've never had boots that have evoked that much of a response.
Wow.
And then we just got them back in. And so, she was texting me a couple days ago that hey, can you pull these 8s? Yep.
I love it.
Got
That's
your name
awesome.
on them.
Okay. So help me here. This is a night. We're going to keep this quiet, but just what kind of money am I looking at on those boots?
So,
any idea? Just
cowboy boots
ballpark?
range from about $150 to $999. Yours are about at $550 right now.
Okay. All right.
So you're right about that middle ballpark.
Middle. All right. Okay. All right. I didn't
But
fall
all
over. So
all
we're
of our
doing
boots
good.
are handmade.
Oh, wow.
Handmade in Mexico.
Okay, there you go.
So you're getting a good quality.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's not to say everything in our store is $500, $4,000. We have stuff from $20
sure.
to $4,000. There's a whole big price range there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I have a feeling that if you're in that building, you're having to cover a little rent there. So you're going to have some upscale stuff, and Celina can handle that, because I never go in your store when it's not very busy. There's
We've been very
always a lot
fortunate.
of people. Yeah, it's amazing. So it's quite the blessing. So I'm just curious. You got to Celina essentially because you came over here to go to lunch at Toasted Walnut.
Yeah.
So I know you like Toasted Walnut.
Love it.
So would you say that's one of your favorite places to eat on the square?
Probably. It's it's only 2 doors down. Pretty easy to get to.
That makes it easy.
Real good. Love it.
You don't have to go that additional 100 feet to the next restaurant. So yeah.
And I just run over there, pick it up, come on back.
So if we were to see you eating your Toasted Walnut lunch or something, what would you have?
Ooh.
Because I know they've got quite a few amazing things in there.
I don't want to be basic and say the chicken and avocado, so I'm not going to.
You don't want to be basic.
I'll go a different route. Probably the veggie tacos. I really like the veggie tacos.
Oh wow,
there.
nice.
Yeah.
That's something I've not had.
Something off the wall.
Yeah, that's a different one to me. I actually didn't even know that was on the menu.
They're really good.
Okay,
Big fan.
I like that. So, do you ever go to Summer Moon?
Yes.
Okay.
Spent half my morning there actually.
Well, I would imagine if I lived that close to a coffee shop like that, I'd be in an awful lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's horrible, but it's also great.
It's amazing. So what, if you go to Summer Moon, what is a go-to coffee drink for you?
Iced chai tea latte.
Iced chai tea.
Hands down.
Okay, I think you and my daughter would get along real well. She loves that chai stuff. I'm just not a fan.
It's kind of like sushi. Like, you kind of have to make yourself like it. And then you're like, wait, this is really good.
I thought you were going to say it tastes like sushi. I was going to be like, yeah, no,
not
can't
quite.
do that either.
No, but it's kind of one of those things you have to like
a
drink it a few times.
Right.
Yeah, you got to develop a
And
taste.
So like you've got to develop a taste for this or acquire a taste for this. I get that. I understand. So you've got a coffee shop next door. You've got an amazing restaurant next door. What are we missing in Celina? What else do we need? You can go to Annie Jack. You can go to Willow House.
Yep.
You can come to your place. Where am I going to shop?
We do need some men's clothes.
There's just not a lot of options for me right now. Now, I can go get me a chicken fried steak at Lucy's.
Heck yeah, you can.
I can do that, but I'm not going to go find like some really cool boots.
No.
I'm not going to go find some really cool shirts and stuff. I mean, I have to go to Tractor Supply if I'm going to go find something. So
I'm glad you said that.
That might be one thing right there.
Because that is something we are working on for this fall.
Oh, really?
It is actually, yeah.
Okay, wow. I think that would be awesome. I think there's an untapped market there.
There is. We're working on some hat shaping stuff. We're going to add to our hat bar a little bit, adding to some men's boots. We're expanding into the men's a little bit, planning for fall.
Very good. I like that.
Hopefully all goes to plan there.
And so how far in advance do you have to kind of know what's going on and kind of start making your plans? Like, is that like a month, 2 months, 5 months? What's a good lead time to kind of keep things, moving?
Everything's different. I usually order, like, I'm the sole buyer for the store, so like anything that's leather goods, it's going to be kind of a natural, like anything with hide, anything with leather, anything that's kind of that natural stuff. I order anywhere from 8 months to a year in advance.
Oh my gosh, so you've really got to kind of foresee what's coming.
I've already bought fall for this year.
That's amazing.
I bought winter.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Remind me to never do that business because I couldn't have the good foresight.
You have to project. You have to do some forecasting for it, for sure.
Absolutely. And do you ever have anything? Have you ever had a product in your store, either of your locations, where you're like, okay, that was a flop?
Oh, yeah. You have it all the time.
Give me an example. Give me an idea of something that you thought, this might be really awesome. I think I should do this. You purchased it and you have the product, whatever it is, and it didn't work out.
There was one time, I did buy some boots, and this wasn't like, there was nothing wrong with the boots. I accidentally ordered 4 times the amount I was supposed to because of a typo. That was tragic.
Oops.
I was extremely committed to 50 pairs of one style of boot that I did not want.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted like a normal amount.
Right,
that was not it.
Okay, that's awesome.
that was when I was like first starting.
Right.
But
you learn from that, right?
Oh
like there's
my God.
There's a lesson in there somewhere. It's like be I don't know what the lesson is, but
check your typos.
There you
That was
go.
the lesson.
I like that.
Write
I
your
like
own
that.
order. Do
Right?
not let someone else do it for you.
So
Because
what's a good, like an average day routine for you? Do you work every day, most days?
Oh,
do you
yeah.
get in early? Do you stay late? What's a good routine for Lauren Bell?
for Lauren Bell, so I'm a late. I do my best work. I'm not an early morning riser. That's not me. It depends on the day, I guess. I have a lot of little jobs within my job.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of depends on the day, but I guess an early morning for me is I get to the warehouse, kind of see what's going on, because we do have a shipping warehouse that's not at either of our stores. So get to the warehouse, kind of see what's going on, pack some online orders, help out with them with distributing, see what store needs what. I'm also like the shipping person.
Really?
I
Very interesting.
decide what goes to Celina, what goes to Van Alstyne, who gets
Right.
what, how many they get. And then I'm in a store for most of the afternoon, or I try to be. But I also run our online store. So like
So
today,
you're very busy.
yes. So today I spent probably 4 hours on my laptop just putting in some new arrivals for tonight. Because we put new arrivals online every single week, every Wednesday at 6.
Wow.
Little plug there.
Okay, there you
Wednesdays
go.
at 6.
Wednesday at 6, folks.
Wednesdays
Tune in.
at 6. Tune in.
I like that. So, and when you say you put them online, so that's going on your website?
Yes.
Or, and I know you also have a pretty strong social media presence too. Tell me about what you're doing social media wise.
Social media is kind of all over the board, to be honest with you. We're posting on Instagram pretty regularly. We do Facebook Lives Mondays and Thursdays-ish, tentatively.
That's the
I
plan.
do my best.
Right.
I also lose track of time, get a little caught up. But we shoot for Monday, Thursday. And then TikTok saved our butts during COVID because, like I said, I've been open 4 months. I was like, what are we going to do? I
Yeah,
have the store.
that's kind of a
I'm
big
in
deal.
school. What do I do?
Right.
TikTok. So we ended up doing that for a little bit. We still kind of do that. We still dabble in that. But Instagram and Facebook is really like kind of where our focus goes into right now.
So having not seen one of your things that you do, because that would be a little awkward, I guess. if I was tuning into that now, when you get the guy stuff, just let me know and
I'll let you know.
I'll tune in. But as of right now, I have a feeling I'd be a little out of place checking out the Instagram stuff. But when you do go Instagram Live or Facebook Live
Yeah.
or do something on Instagram, what are you doing? Like what is that? How does that work out?
I just kind of do what I feel like doing. Like my favorite ones to do are Consuela. So if you kind of are familiar with the Consuela brand, it's all the bags in the store pretty much. One time we received the entire FedEx truck. They had to make 2 runs. I unboxed every single box on Facebook Live. It was chaotic. It was a mess.
That's awesome.
I was slinging around an X-Acto knife, throwing boxes. My mom was there. I was yelling, give me another bag. Give me another bag. I need this. I need a different box. I've seen this one. Next, like just on and on and on. I think that was 2 hours long.
Right.
Sometimes they're that. Sometimes they're, hey, check out this new arrival. This is what we kind of got. Sometimes I'm just on there chatting.
Wow.
I just
So it's whatever you want it to be.
seeing my friends, just seeing what everybody's up to. Yep.
Living the life, doing what you want to do, and kind of living on your own rules. I like that very much. That's awesome. So, do you? I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyways. What's the plans for the future right now? Are you going to open another store or not? What are you kind of thinking in that regard?
I like that question because I see a lot of options. I'm not really sure this year. Really, I'm just focused on Celina, Van Alstyne. I'm getting married at the end of the year, so I'm not wanting to take on anything between now and then. I think my entire family would kill me because they're already like, please stop.
So are you?
Please,
are you
enough.
Are you being the bridezilla bride or no?
Honestly, not really.
Maybe I should ask someone close to you whether you are.
I am notorious for I'll just pull something out of my head like, hey, I really want to do this. Do y'all think we can get this done in 3 days? And they're like, they just look at me. They're like, are you nuts? Like, no, we can't. I'm like, hey, let's redesign this entire store. Can we get that done by the weekend? No,
Oh my goodness.
sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty bad about that. I haven't been super bad bridezilla, but I have enjoyed the whole process with my mom. That's been kind of fun. My mom does work with me, so she is a proud Honeysuckle Rose employee.
Well, that's awesome.
And
Nice.
yeah, love her. She's the best. Could not do it without mom. So I've kind of enjoyed doing that, but I haven't really been bridezilla. I kind of know. I think I kind of know like what I want.
Right.
And then, but I haven't gotten that into it yet, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator.
I understand.
So I got engaged and opened Celina the week after, so I haven't thought much about wedding plans.
Yeah, that's you're taking on a lot at one time. So how far out are you from the wedding?
December.
Okay. Getting married locally, leaving the country.
Fort Worth.
Going to Fort Worth. Okay, that's awesome.
Kind of. I mean, that's where I went to school. That's where I love Fort Worth. If I'm not here, I'm there.
Right.
So kind of
your second home over there.
Yeah, it really is.
I like that. And are you going to have touches of the things that you sell included in your wedding? Meaning, are you going to have, like, are you wearing a pair of your own boots that you sell or anything like that?
I actually am.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna. That one's kind of a surprise. That one's one that I'm still working on. It's a line that we don't carry currently, but one that we're really hoping to have by fall.
Oh, very cool.
Because there's something that I kind of.
Nice.
I'm really excited about them. I really can't wait to tell you, but I don't want to jinx myself.
Cool. Yeah, no, but let's don't jinx it.
Don't want to jinx myself because I'm really thrilled about it.
That's
but
very, very
there will
cool.
be some things like something's happening this Friday, and I am doing some stuff there, so I don't want to say it in case they're listening to me. Right. And I'm going to post all that on Instagram and Facebook and everything.
So everybody needs to,
cool.
if they want to get the inside scoop, get the inside track, then they need to go find you. First of all, let's talk about the website. What's your web address? What's the domain name?
honeysucklerose.com.
How in the world did you get honeysucklerose.com? I mean, there's a whole movie called Honeysuckle Rose.
I have no clue. I was literally going to a Willie Nelson concert the next day when me and my dad named the store.
Yeah.
And we were sitting at Matt's Old Rancho in Austin, and he's like, you need a really cool name. I'm going to see if Honeysuckle, that was a good movie. I'm going to see if that URL's available, or that domain's available. And he got on like GoDaddy or something.
Right.
He was like, well, we're going to have to, he goes, it's available. We're going to have to jump on this. And immediately, I was like, cool, guess that's a store name. Great.
Wow, that is super cool.
Love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, gosh, if that's not a God thing, then I don't know what is. That's huge.
Every single thing that has happened to me with this store, it has not been because I was seeking it out. It literally was just like, this is what you're supposed to do.
The door's open and there it is.
Do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. What an amazing thing. And that's why you're so successful. Not to mention the fact that you're super sweet. You've got a great personality. And you know what? I'm going to just say that probably 99% of the success or failure of a business has to do with the personality and the attitude of the people who own it and run it.
Well, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you so much.
So that's very much a compliment to you. So we're gonna find out a little bit more about you personally. I'm gonna ask you kind of some rapid fire questions. Okay.
Let's do it.
Then we're gonna have fun and do something completely different.
I'm ready.
All right. So let's start with this. Favorite color?
Pink.
Favorite kind of music?
Country.
If you could have only one kind of food for the rest of your life, one type of food, like Mexican food, Italian food, or whatever, what type of food would you have for the rest of your life?
Mexican food.
Favorite number?
7.
What does that say about you?
I have no clue. It was the first one that came to my head.
Have you ever gone to a casino?
I have.
How much money have you lost?
None.
Oh my goodness.
I play to win.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, then I have to ask, what's your favorite thing to play?
Blackjack.
Wow. Okay. All right. And as everyone can hear, she's not even hesitating on these answers. That means she knows this. Like, this is it. It's
I
right
prepped for
here.
this my whole life.
That's awesome. Summer, winter, fall, spring.
Summer.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
I like that. Very, very nice. Boat or airplane?
Boat. I hate planes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. When's the last time you flew?
Year ago?
Okay. Not a good experience.
Oh, no. I just don't like them. It was fine.
You're just like, it could fall.
It could. It makes no sense.
I don't want to be on it.
I don't want to be on it when that happens.
Yeah, that is awesome. I like that. That makes sense. I get it. I flew one time. I think it's from California, LA, somewhere like that, back to Dallas. And we were having our typical summer tornado season here. And trying to get that plane in from, this 3-hour flight was just awful. Mm-hmm. It added like another hour and a half to 2 hours to the flight as we just circled Dallas. waiting on these storms to pass. And I thought, you know what? There's never a storm on the ground that I'm ever going to even think about again, because you don't even know what that's like until you've experienced it in an airplane.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. So, all right, favorite vacation spot?
Jackson Hole.
Tell me about that.
I got engaged there, so I love it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very, very nice. I like that.
Snowy, mountains.
Yep.
Cowboy hats everywhere.
Everything good.
My kind of place.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very good. And tell me this, if you want to, if we can get just a tiny little bit personal.
Yeah.
Your fiance name?
Garrett.
Okay. How did Garrett propose?
So it was actually last May. And he was like, hey, Turnpike Troubadours is going to be at Red Rocks. Like, we should go. The airport was closed. We are not 25. We could not rent a car. We drove to Denver. And then he was like, he planned, he was like, we've never been to Jackson Hole. What's another 8-hour car ride? Let's go. Let's go. So we went, he proposed there, and then we went to the Turnpike Troubadour concert, and it was awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah. I had a great time. Ready to go back.
Yeah, you're ready to go back. I like it. And you said country music.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, give me an era of country music you like. In the modern stuff? Do you kind of like some of the older stuff? What do you like?
I like the older stuff. I like the really old stuff.
I mean, you did the Willie Nelson thing, so that kind of says something right there.
I do. I like the 90s. I like the 80s. I like the stuff now. I really lean more towards the now stuff, more towards the Texas countryside.
Right.
Little red dirt-ish.
Sure.
Kind of go more that direction.
Very, very nice. I like that. Favorite dessert?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, what flavor?
Ooh, I'm usually faster. Strawberry.
That just means that maybe you like more than one. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so I'm going to now switch gears just a little bit, and we're going to do some Would You Rathers. Okay. Have you ever played that before?
I have.
Okay, so I have a feeling you're going to be really good at this just based on how you answer some of those.
I really hope
questions.
so.
Yeah. All right, so would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Ooh, 10 minutes.
Why?
Less stressful.
Less stressful. I like that. All right, would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
Oh, telepathy.
So you want to read people's minds?
Oh, heck yeah.
And what would you do with that? Like right now, if you could walk out of this house and you could go out on the street, and for the next 2 days, you could read minds.
I wouldn't tell a soul. I'd keep that to myself. I'd know everything that's going on.
I like it. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear for the rest of your life?
Dance for sure. I can't carry a tune.
So you're not doing karaoke at Lucy's?
Heck no. I would love to go watch. I am not a singer.
I gotcha, but you can move. You can dance.
I did dance. I danced till I graduated high school.
Well, I like it.
I did not sing.
Okay, so this one is, you're going to have to think about this just a little bit, because I think I already know you're going to answer this. I bet everybody answers this the same. Would you rather have true love, or would you rather win the biggest lottery jackpot in history?
True love.
Yeah, right? I mean, what's money compared to love?
Yeah.
Right? That's just not even a comparison. So would you rather have another 10 years with your fiance, or a one-night stand with your favorite celebrity crush?
10 years with a fiance.
Yeah.
No question.
There's no doubt about this. You have to, your moral compass would have to be a little off. And besides that, he might be listening to this, and he might say,
he absolutely is.
You said his name's Garrett, right?
Yes.
All right, Garrett. For
Garrett
me
is
and
listening.
you, yes. Shout out here. How's it going, man? Your fiance is doing awesome here. She's doing really good. And and congratulations to you, sir, for y'all's marriage. It sounds like you did it right, and so you're gonna have a good life together. So, would you rather have universal respect from everyone, or would you rather have unlimited power?
Ooh, I feel like you could get both with the power, but I'm gonna go respect.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I would rather have respect than power. Absolutely.
You kind of answered this one for me a while ago whenever you told me your season that you prefer, but I'm going to ask anyways. Would you rather work out in the hot sun or the extreme cold?
Oh, the extreme cold. You can put layers on. You cannot take off.
Okay, I didn't see that. I thought you were going to say the sun.
I like the sun.
But you're not going to.
No.
You're going to work. You're going to go out in the cold.
Yeah.
And take the ice over that sun.
You can
anytime.
put a coat on. There's only so many layers that can come off.
Would you rather be 11 feet tall or 9 inches tall?
9 inches.
What are you going to do as a 9-inch tall person?
I would see everything.
If you're 9 inches tall?
Well, I mean, like, I feel like you could be anywhere and no one would know you're there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah.
you're sneaky. Like
I would know
like
everything.
a little leprechaun.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want to do. Would you still own your store?
If I was 9 inches tall, I mean, I'd have a bunch of stools everywhere, but yeah.
I think people would come from around the world.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
To see
Can you imagine how good that'd be for business?
They'd be like, where's Lauren? She's in that hat.
Oh, she's over there.
You can't really see her, but all right. Would you rather? Okay, this one's going to be a little disturbing. Okay,
Okay.
but it's kind of funny.
Okay.
Would you rather get sick, meaning throw up, on your favorite celebrity, or have your favorite celebrity throw up on you?
Oh, throw up on me. That is so much less mortifying.
So you will be the receiver.
I will be the receiver. Yes. 10 times over. Hand
Oh
over
my
fist.
gosh.
I would much rather save myself the embarrassment.
That is awesome. If you could go back in time and be a queen 1,000 years ago. Okay, the question is king or queen.
Yeah.
But obviously, 1,000 years ago and be a queen and be in history, or be an average person today, which would you choose?
I really feel like plumbing wasn't so hot back then, so I'm going to go with average today. There was no air conditioning.
I'm relatively
out.
certain. Yeah, you're right. 1,000 years ago, probably.
Living conditions were not what they are today. I'm going to go with regular today.
Would you rather cuddle with a koala or pal around with a panda?
Oh, cuddle with a koala.
There's very little hesitation in anything that I'm asking you.
Very decisive.
Yeah, I like that. So would you rather for the rest of your life you have to choose either Hallmark Christmas movies
Oh God, my
or
mom watches them all the time.
Hallmark Christmas movies or horror movies?
Oh my God, they're both horrible. I've got to go Hallmark.
Yeah.
I'm not a scary movie person.
Right. But they're competitive with
They're
how
both-
much they're not
They're
awesome.
both equally awful in my eyes. Like, don't get me wrong. I will get sucked into a good Hallmark Christmas movie, but my mom does wear it out from October to February.
I'm with you. I'm not going to say who
I
in my
can't.
life because she's probably going to listen to this. But yes, I get it. I understand. And here's the thing. They're always the same.
It's the same thing. I saw on somewhere that it's every time at an hour and 30 minutes. That's when the conflict happens. So they have 30 minutes to wrap it up.
Yep. And it happens the same
Every single
way.
time. But it's predictable.
Yeah, it is. It is. You
Nothing
can-
jumps out at you in a Hallmark movie.
And when you're watching, or well, you're correct. It's not scary like
Nothing
that.
jumps out.
It's just kind of like, oh.
There's no chainsaws.
It's like eating 37 cupcakes. Like they're great on the first one or two, but by the time you get to like the 15th one, you're kind of
like,
over them.
My tummy hurts and this tastes the same.
Exactly. Guys, what are you thinking about Lauren Bell so far? To me, she's exactly what epitomizes everything that's great in Celina, Texas. A place where you can come here and pursue your dreams. Be a part of something bigger than yourself. Get involved in the community and just basically have an amazing life. That's what Lauren's doing, and it's fantastic. I love every bit of it. But what about for you? Is there opportunity in Celina, Texas for you to chase your dreams? I'd venture to say yes, absolutely. And I can help with that to a certain extent. Meaning I can help you find the place. I can help you find the property to put whatever your dream business in. Whatever it is that you're into. There's probably a place somewhere in Celina, Texas where you can chase your own dreams. I'm doing it. I've got a couple of restaurants planned, a bed and breakfast, an office building, a wedding venue, a bunch of different things going on. You can invest in Celina as well. You can pursue your dreams as well, and I can help you with that. I'm not just a standard real estate person. I'm a person who understands what it takes to find the right property that's going to return on your investment substantially. There is so much opportunity here right now. So if you're interested in doing something like that, 214-783-5440. Call me or text me or shoot me an email at ron@ronlyons.com. Let's talk about it. Tell me what your dreams are. Tell me what you need, and let me help you find the very beginning of building an empire for yourself and your family and leaving a legacy for generations to come. It's all possible right here in Celina, Texas. Would you rather have a pause button for your life or a rewind button for your life?
Rewind.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Tell me about that. Where in the world would you go back to?
Ooh.
So you could go anywhere.
I would go back to school.
Yeah?
I loved my college experience. I would go back, and I don't know that I'd do anything different because I love where I'm at now.
Experience it again.
I think I just want to live it again.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Go Frogs. I'd do that 10 more years.
That's so awesome. So clearly you're a big fan.
I am proud alumni.
That is awesome. So TCU is like your thing.
Yes.
I like that.
Best school ever.
Very, very, very cool. And you were a criminal justice major.
Yes, I was.
Which is very interesting to me. So a criminal justice major who wants to be 9 inches tall and have a rewind button sells branded and burnished hats in her store on the Celina Square that she only got into because she came up here to eat at the Toasted Walnut. That's your story. You realize that's your story, right?
Yeah, that's when that all goes back to the whole God thing. All this stuff just kind of happened. I wasn't seeking any of this out. It just was like, this is what you're supposed to do. Here you are.
I love it. I love it. What's your favorite fruit?
Watermelon.
Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe that's literally, I almost just used that in the question because I just thought, she probably likes watermelon.
Watermelon girl. Yeah.
Okay, good. So watermelon, would you... It's so funny that was actually the one. Would you rather never eat watermelon again in your life or be forced to have some of it every day for the rest of your life?
Oh, every day.
She wants the watermelon. If you're 9 inches tall, imagine how much watermelon
Oh my
that
God.
is. I mean, you could literally... You
just
could
float
just
away.
Get in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect. It's just awesome.
Little watermelon house.
I like it. All right. Would you rather oversleep every day for a week?
I do that already. Trick question.
It's not a choice. It's a way of life.
It's a lifestyle.
Right. Okay. We're just going to move on past that one because you're already doing it. So would you rather die in 20 years with no regrets or live to 100 tons of regrets?
Oh, 20 years.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. You've got your convictions and your morals and your ideas and stuff, and that's fantastic.
Thank you.
I think that's really nice.
I have good parents.
Well, you know what? And it does come down to that, doesn't it?
It really does. My parents are awesome.
Yep, that's amazing. So
big Richie and Kathy fans over here.
Big what?
Richie and Kathy.
Oh, okay.
That's my parents.
All right. Okay. I was like, is that a brand? I'm
No.
thinking, what is that? That sounds like some jeans or something.
No, they're awesome.
That's very, very cool. And I'd love to meet them sometime. Your mom actually works with you in the store a lot.
She does.
Very, very cool. So the next time I come in, you can go, you're that guy. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm the one who made your daughter commit to being 9 inches tall. That's right. Okay, last question. Would you rather have people spread a terrible lie about you or have people spread terrible but true stories about you?
Oh, that's interesting.
It's tough, isn't it? That's why I saved it for last.
Terrible lie.
Mm-hmm.
Or terrible things that are true.
Right.
Well, I try not to do terrible things. I'm going to go with lie because that would mean I didn't have to do anything bad.
Right. It means you didn't really do anything. It's a lie.
Yeah. I'm going to go with lie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I like
because
it.
I find that like the people like that know you, they know that's a lie.
That's absolutely right. So you know Holly Farrow because
I do. I love that woman. She has literally taken my pictures since I was in like 8th grade. She actually took pictures of me and my fiance when we were in high school.
Oh, wow. Very, very, very cool story. So you're going to like this then. So one of the best answers I ever got to my horse and duck story or question. Do you know that horse and duck question? No. Okay. So in honor of Holly Farrow, who is one of your friends and neighbors on the square, I'm going to ask you the question that she kind of made famous. Okay. And I promise this will be the last one, but I just have to ask because y'all are so connected. So would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Okay, think about that. One horse-sized duck, and you know a lot about horses, or 100 duck-sized horses. Which would you rather fight?
Duck-sized horses.
Why?
All you need is a patch of grass.
A patch of grass, and you're just going to let them go.
You'll be all right.
That's it. They're just going to go over there and eat. They're not even going to mess with you.
Yeah, you're fine.
I like it. I like it. Well, guys, that is Lauren Bell, and she's got the most amazing store right here on the square. You have to stop by, check it out. And Lauren, will you come back, especially when you get like some of your men's items, and then when you come back and we have this conversation again and kind of see how that's going?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
All right, guys. And that is Lauren Bell. There you go, guys. That is Lauren Bell, and that was a lot of fun. Like I said, if you don't know her yet, you need to stop by and, first of all, check out her store. That store is awesome. Now, granted, it's, like I said, there's not a ton of guy stuff in there, but it's a lot of fun. It's good. I love seeing my wife happy, and she gets very happy when she goes in that store. Or maybe it's just the spending money part. I'm not real sure what it is. Maybe it's both. But that store makes her happy. And it makes a lot of people happy. And it makes me happy that she is on the square in Celina, Texas, pursuing her dreams and living her best life. So if you don't know Lauren Bell, stop by, say hello, get to know her. She is awesome. Guys, you're awesome. Celina's awesome. And this show, contrary to, maybe a few things I read out there on social media about us not having any listeners. But guess what? Yeah, that's right. We just went over 6,000 last month. 6,000. And I love every one of you guys. 6,000 unique listens last month. That is absolutely fantastic. If somebody else wants to call that no listeners and kind of minimize you, well, that's kind of on them. That's their problem. That's not our problem. We're doing good. Loving life, living large, enjoying this amazing city that we love so much. And I tell you what, we've got some fantastic guests still coming up. We've had so many over the last 40 episodes. We've got so many more. We're not slowing down. We're not tapping the brakes. We're not taking our foot off the gas pedal. If anything, we're dropping it down a gear and we're going to go a little bit harder and a little bit faster. Because that's what we do. So guys, I hope you have an amazing week ahead. I hope you stay very, very safe out there. It's a crazy world. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. So take care of yourself out there in this crazy, crazy world. Always, always seek God in all things. Always do that. You want to know the secret to having an amazing life? Put God first and see what happens. I am living proof of that. So guys, until that next episode, as I always say, stay safe and God bless.